Okay, welcome back. I wanted to go over everything that I noticed in the Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies official gameplay trailer. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it by now. I'm getting a late chance watching it, so it's going to be my first watch because I had to work earlier today. But this is everything so far. I'm actually super surprised just starting off that it's 7 minutes and 19 seconds. Usually our gameplay trailers are like 4 or 5 minutes at the max, so obviously they want to make sure you can see everything. So we're just going to take this kind of slow, kind of frame by frame. So I'm even going to kind of go through the settings, and I want to slow the customization speed down just a little bit, only because they go so fast. You know what I mean? They just like speed through it. Okay, so let's go frame by frame.
Welcome to Nord.
So this is of course the world. Again, I've talked about this in the previous reveal trailer, but the world does seem a little on the light side. It does look like a lot of set dressing. Doesn't really stand out to me. A lot of filler and background images, kind of plain.
Haven, a lively.
They say lively, but the streets look dead. If you see over on this like upper right side, you see just two Sims like jogging. It doesn't look like it's lively.
City full of creativity.
Now I don't know if this is stage or is this an actual part of a venue, but it looks like she's playing guitar in front of an audience, kind of like the Sims 4 bands, that thing that they had before.
And possibility.
This is also another little area. It looks like a gazebo or some sort of covered awning area. A Sim's proposing, so it's like a little park, maybe courtyard.
With two neighborhoods, Gamelvik.
Now we saw this one in the original trailer, the reveal trailer. So this is obviously going to be some sort of market square festival. Something happens in the middle of this town. You can see the different stalls, and it looks like maybe every day something different is going to be here in the middle. In the original trailer, we saw what looked like a pottery table or stand, but this one looks like it's musically inclined with a piano, a guitar, and a microphone stand.
And Everstad, there's.
I just want to go back a hair because they like fly through these. So there's four different stands. One looks like coffee, maybe tea, some sort of beverages here on the far right. The second to right it looks like pottery. The second to the left looks like a lollipop or candy stall, and then this one looks like baked goods or pastries. Then the front we see the pottery stand. So it looks like you're going to be able to sell your wares at these maybe different festivals or events.
There's lots to look.
Not sure what the theme is here with the mermaid. I'm assuming it's a mermaid. I could be totally off, but it doesn't really fit unless there's lore specifically in Nordhaven.
Explore. Like the many.
So this seems like another festival. So it seems like maybe every day they're going to rotate through different hobbies. So yesterday was music, where they had the pianos and the guitars. And then today we got the bonsai tree if you have Snowy Escape. We have a painting easel, a woodworking table, another easel, and a kids' activity table. The only thing that's new is this pottery cell table in the middle.
Hobby meetups where you can practice.
Then this looks like a third day is all about cooking. We've got a mixology bar. We've got an outdoor grill. People eating. So it's like every day maybe they'll have different festivals, kind of like City Living or Hemford on Bagley or even Life and Death, where we have festivals that kind of rotate through every day of the week.
Or learn new skills with others that share your interests.
Apparently, they're fitting a whole pottery wheel and kilns outside. A little unrealistic for a festival, but.
Or pick up a new hobby, like pottery. That new hobby may lead to a lifelong passion.
The build buy is so uneventful. We got a similar like hair scarf thing with cottage living. And I feel like we've gotten these little coverall smock things before. I just can't remember what pack that's from.
Take Gert here. He's become quite adept at using the pottery wheel.
Now this is interesting. So now we're gonna have options to either mentor somebody or create ceramics. So mentoring is supposed to be a huge new skill with this new expansion pack, even though you can teach Sims other skills without the this pack, we've been able to like train or share skills with younger Sims, especially if you have things like nifty knitting. But it is interesting to see that now it'll be even easier to tutor people on certain tasks.
wheel to make both deck.
Now, these are the same ones we saw before. We have not seen what the level 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 skill, what can you make? These are the same list that we saw from the first trailer. I'd be curious when they keep referring to functional objects, what other functional objects are we able to build? I mean, I'm assuming the potter plant is functional, the cake stand's probably functional, the candle holder is probably functional. Maybe if you can make candles like from Eco Lifestyle. So I'm assuming there's a lot of cross pack play as well.
Decorative and functional pieces. He's learned how to
Now, I like that it's separate. I'm glad that they can't just glaze their ceramic from the pottery wheel itself. They actually have to come over here and glaze it from these kilns. Now, this option we didn't see the first time, but it says glazed ceramic with an unbreakable coating. Now, breakable ceramic is a thing, and you're able to repair it if you have to have the skill level to repair it. But it's nice to see that there is an option to make things that cannot break.
use unique glazes to add a personal touch to his art.
Seems like there's a ton of glazing options if you want blush, contemporary, industrial, matte, minimalism, modern. There's some different styles. It's unfortunate that it's not like create a style or create a wheel or a color wheel where you can paint it and decorate it the way you want, the way you can do tattoos.
After firing it in the kiln, the piece is finished, ready to gift to.
I'm a little disappointed that we don't see the actual animation. Like that part's a little lazy, where he just kind of swipes his arm and it gets into the kiln. It would be nice to see him trying to like gently touch it, not put his fingers too much on it to smudge the paint, and then ease it into the kiln. Like those small touches, I think, are something The Sims 4 is missing.
The love of his life, Yolanda. Yolanda is highly
So that's referring to the broken pottery that you're able to kind of repair if you have a high enough skill level.
skilled at pottery and can give new life to broken pieces, repairing them using the art of kintsugi.
I just wish they showed us that. Like, what skill level do you need to be to repair pottery? And do you have options? Like, how do you want to repair it? Or is it just one standard way that it's repaired?
Her skill in pottery.
Now, this I like. I like seeing there's a little bit more. We can see different cake stands. There's like a raccoon statue. There's a bunch of faces, other decor, candle holder. Like, we can see some of the things in the background. Looks like there's tons of swatches that you can make. And then I think it's going to get repetitive over time.
Quickly grew from a passion project to a business she calls.
It's nice to see that they're playing on, you know, terracotta for like instead of terracotta. That's kind of cute.
Terracotta.
I'm liking the suit that the suit with the hat this guy has on over here is actually really nice, and I like her leg tattoo with the flower and the tree wrapped around.
Check out the many huts.
Now, we've seen a lot about the tattoo. I mean, the tattoo basically took over the entire first trailer, so I'm glad they're not focusing too much time on this because we've just seen it. We've just seen it. I'm liking all her new rings, new bracelet, this exit sign above her head.
Spots around town, and you may see some.
Now, what is nice is they're showing different kinds of small businesses. I think that was one of the biggest gripes from the original trailer was that we only saw 2 new businesses, tattooing, pottery, and a little bit of the candy making. But for a pack that's supposed to be about businesses and hobbies, we didn't really see a lot of businesses or hobbies. This one's showing us a lot of other businesses and hobbies.
Some familiar faces, like Grandma.
So, okay, you can make museums, you can have lounges, you can have a bakery stall. I wonder if Grandma Hattie's actually going to be an NPC or if she's just for the trailer.
Hattie! Hey, girl! At her popular.
Okay, maybe she's a part of the lore for the town because she actually has a stall. I don't think we get to run stalls. I think we either get to run home businesses or small businesses on the small business venue lot. I don't think we can actually run the stalls.
Bakery stalls. There's lots of
Now, this is again touching into cross pack play, so you can have a cat cafe if you have pets, or not pets, cats and dogs. Which they did mention that in a separate blog post earlier.
ways to turn your passion into a business.
But now you can kind of see it. So they obviously have different wall decor, and it's literally a cat cafe. They have all this cat furniture and decor, posters, pictures, and people, I guess, can buy coffee or pastries and then play with random cats and even a dog that's outside. I just don't know how it's going to function. That part's not clear.
I mean, who doesn't like a cat cafe? Well, maybe dogs.
Now, what I love, not to sound like a negative Nancy, they keep showing cars like in the background of things. Look at this car. Now we've been getting teasers of cars since like high school years. But how are you going to show us two cars in the background like they're parked outside the business and we still don't have cars in Sims 4? That seems a bit ridiculous.
And my allergies.
So this is interesting. It looks like a new mailbox. Maybe it's specifically for businesses. This mailbox here, and then he's holding a lollipop and he came from somewhere. A lot of raccoon themes in the background as you see this decor here up against the wall.
Say you were inspired by visiting a tattoo shop, but wish they had.
So that's what's interesting is it looks like your small business can be anything. So up here we have the tattoo parlor, which looks pretty standard. I mean, it's got the chair or the tattoo table and then a little bit of decor. And he had a ticket kiosk or something here in the corner.
Live music and sold interesting art. When it's your business, you're in control.
And that was interesting. It's interesting to see that you can make your business whatever you want it to be. If you want your business to be a mixture of multiple businesses, you may teach pottery classes or mentor for pottery and then also sell pottery. That could be a possibility. But it looks like you can kind of mix and match anything, which is going to give you a lot of creativity and cross-pack play for sure.
There's a versatile selection of vintage and modern designs to let you create the space that matches whatever business you can imagine.
Now, we've gotten a million pianos. I think there's one base game piano and then one that came with Growing Together. I want to say one came with, it could have been for rent, but I have to go back and check. I wish we can get other instruments. We have a guitar. We have the microphone stand. This will be like our second or third piano. What about drums? Kids have the violin. It's fine. But like, what about trombones and triangle? I mean, there's other instruments that people should be able to play besides the same old ones that we always get. Now, this is a little bit more on the candy machine. We didn't see it a whole lot in the first trailer, probably because it was only like 3 minutes. But as you see, she's pouring something, some sort of liquid, into this low poly, rendering of, I guess, other candies, and she's going to melt it down into a lollipop, maybe?
Cute.
Very random. Are you going to have to make lollipops one at a time? Are you able to make it in batches? Do you get to pick what sort of like design the lollipop has? There's a lot of the same imagery as the ice cream machine from the Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack.
You can run it from a small business resident.
Now, we've seen this before. So that's interesting. So the new business type, there's small business venue lot, and then there's a residential, but it's a small business. So it's going to be very confusing when you're building homes and also when you're uploading or downloading from the gallery, because we have a lot of residential types. We have residential that are regular. We have tiny home residentials. We have residential rental lots if you have for rent. Now you're going to have residential small business lots if you have this. Like, it's going to be very confusing for sure. Somehow we're going to keep track of it. Maybe they'll revamp the gallery to make sure you put the right one, because I could see someone uploading a residential small business as a residential, and then you'd have to go in and change it and build by. What I do like is it looks like they live on the top floor, and then the business is on the bottom floor. It looks like they have a mixture of cotton candy and lollipops, but we didn't really see the cotton candy portion of it. She also has a bowl of something here. Maybe it's ice cream. I'm not sure what this pink bowl is. And of course, an open and close sign.
Potential lot or on a new small business?
Right. So see how that's confusing? Because we already have a business lot for like Get to Work. If you want to designate something as a business, so you're going to have to really read carefully on the lot types, or it's going to be confusing.
Venue lot. The small.
Now, this is what we didn't see a lot earlier, which is really the menu. So you're going to obviously get to put your name, pick your icon, put your description, but you get to assign a business lot assignment, which we're not 100% sure what that is. Do you want to charge entrance fees? Yes or no? Do you want to charge a price modifier? Yes or no? And you can pick the business preset and the type of activities and the type of customers. So this is the first time we're seeing the full screen of everything.
All business settings are there to assist you with both.
Now, it seems like there's a ton of options. I'm assuming with trailers, because typically the way that the Sims team likes to do their games is they like to show games with just the new packs and base game installed. So it doesn't even probably give you the full list of business activities. But so far we have bar, gym, library, lounge, museum, nightclub, park, pool, pottery shop, tattoo parlor. Now, shop, I guess, is just a generic, like, you just want people to browse your store. It doesn't fit into one of these categories, but these all look base games. So the first, like, 7 are definitely base game lot types. So you can have a small business base game lot type. I'm assuming, like we saw with the cat cafe, and, if you have nifty knitting, like, there's probably going to be other presets depending on what packs you own.
Preset and custom configuration.
Now, this is interesting. I'm looking at the top here for business activities. I'm assuming it's broken up into categories. So we've got food, creative. This looks like books and gym, video games, socializing, maybe gardening, planting. We have jokester, mischief, maybe. This one looks like kids, the 3 blocks, and then house. So I'm not sure what the categories are, but you can see some of these. All things grilled cheese, attend classes, be friendly, be funny, be mean, be mischievous, be romantic. Bathe and shower is interesting. I guess that makes sense for a pool. You want people to bathe before they get into the pool. I could see you having an onsen as a small business if you have snowy escape and you have to bathe before you get in. So art and music is a category. And as you saw, there was a ton in here. Play an instrument, play guitar, play piano, play violin, practice tattooing, view art, view collectibles, watch live entertainment. So they have a ton of activities that you can kind of pick from. Now, when they say home activities, very interesting, because people can live here, but we're not going to charge people to do things like sleep, stay in their household Sims, browse and buy items. I'm not sure what they mean by home activities.
You can choose the logo and name for your business. And then pick what kind of custom.
Now, this is interesting. We've never had this option, and we don't have this with Get to Work for those of you who have that expansion pack, although it is about 10 years old. So we get to choose what type of customers we want to focus on. So from just this list, you could choose by age, which I'm assuming means like toddler, adult, young adult, elder. You could choose by career. You could choose by marital status, financial status, what traits they have, what skills they have, and they have to be level 2 and up, what occult they are, or supervised customer.
Customers you want to.
Now, by career, it's literally giving you everything. So it seems like it also includes part-time careers like babysitter, barista, fast food employee, and also full-time careers like astronaut, athlete, barista. Those are some of the full-time. Freelance is also a base paying career. I don't know if it's going to be compatible with active careers. So, for example, if you have Get to Work, there's careers like detective, scientist. Like, are those also going to be a target customer criteria? Or like if you have life and death, the Reaper career, is that going to be part of it or separate?
Track.
And of course, the traits, right now they're only showing base game traits, but I'm sure it will include traits from other packs if you own other packs.
If you don't want customers in certain zones, you can limit their access to spaces like
Now, what's frustrating is I know there's a current bug going around that has broken for rent because for rent has kind of the same system as this, where you can click on a room and designate it as a shared space or assign it to a certain resident or certain household. This one's going to allow you to assign it to public, employee only, or a part of the small business. A little frustrating still that they locked us behind this pack when we just got for rent a little over a year ago.
employee only areas or residential areas. Speaking of employees,
Right. So we can see the business has a value. Now, we saw that also in Get to Work, but it looks like the value is a little bit lower, probably because it's a home based business versus like a standalone. But you can open the business. Seems like it costs $75 to open. I'm assuming it's the cost of having employees. And there's this whole business menu. You can see the business right now is neutral. It's not good or bad. And then the rank that looks like there's 5 stars and then perks.
you're able
So you can hire employees, which is not new. You have this in both Dine Out and Get to Work. And it looks like you can see what skills they've got. He's got a really high tattooing skill and a pretty strong active skill. He makes 32 an hour and he seems like he's pretty happy.
to hire up to 3 to work for you. Assign tasks.
Now this is great. So from Get to Work, for those of you who haven't played in like forever, Get to Work, you had to click on each employee and assign them a task kind of manually. It's nice that now we can go into manage employee task and just give them a task altogether. And what's interesting when we read through this list of tasks is they kind of match the customer business activities. So if the employees can do all things grilled cheese, it can be friendly, be funny, be mean, be mischievous, be romantic. Now the one that's interesting is care for little ones, almost implying like they can have a babysitting or like a nanny job. Like you could run a daycare business.
And manage their salaries.
Which is nice if you want to give them high pay, medium pay, low pay.
You can also hire family members, which is great. Until you have to fire them. Dinner's gonna be awkward.
I feel like that's a new animation, throwing something in their face. I could be wrong though. It's really weird the way she's holding the cup.
Oh, wow. Now that you're all set up, it is time to fulfill your aspiration as an esteemed entrepreneur. Service-oriented businesses like tattoo studios charge for the work done, while retail surfaces can display items for purchase. You can also use the ticket kiosk to charge by the hour or set a one-time entry fee. Just remember that your prices and interactions contribute to customer satisfaction. Oh boy. There are perks.
Which we have perks in the other Get to Work also. And tells you how long it's been open. So it looks like from the time he started to now, his business is a 2-star business, a bronze business. I'm not sure what that does for him though.
To doing a good job. Literally. Satisfied customers are key to building your business renown, which in turn earns you perk points to spend as it rises. The small
Now we knew this was coming. There was a blog post where it said you could be a good business owner, neutral, or bad. And I guess you get different perks as you move up.
All business perks align with the dreamer, neutral, and schemer categories.
Now, just wild guesses looking at these, with this one being the dreamer and the schemer on the left and the neutral in the middle. Looks like the bottom row, I don't know, some sort of coupon discount. This one looks like a tip jar. This one looks like swoozling people out of more money. This one looks like a star, like you get a profile or a feature. This one looks like good reviews, maybe. And this one looks like fake taxes or something. Now, this one's interesting. It looks like a burglar, someone stealing. This one looks like brain power. This one looks like an energy drink, which we did see someone drinking an energy drink in the first trailer. This one looks like good. You're able to convince people maybe. Stock prices went up. A fire. Like you set your place on fire. This one's swapping something. Maybe a good smell, pleasant. They love your shop. So everything costs 1 perk point, it looks like. So if you have 15, you could just get one of everything. But it does say choose carefully. Some perks may affect your alignment.
But you can choose from any of them. Barter with customers to earn rare collectibles instead of simoleons.
Oh, so one of them's open to bartering. That's interesting. I mean, I guess if your sim doesn't care about the money, you'd be open to bartering.
Invest in Simo Coin to
Okay, now let's get into Bitcoin.
maximize your profits. Or write off an unsuccessful venture by setting it ablaze to claim the insurance money. I really like that couch. Selecting and using particular perks influences your business.
Now, I don't know if I'm going to set a ton of fires. Knowing how Sims react when fires take place, they just kind of freeze up and refuse to do anything. Probably won't be doing that one super often.
Business alignment, which affects interactions with customers and may even impact your personal relationships. Ooh.
Oh. Now, I'm surprised she's divorcing him. I guess maybe she found out that he applied and set the fire. I don't know. That's an interesting one. They didn't show us the correlation. Just pointing out he's got a new neck tattoo with like numbers and a tally. New chest tattoo. He's got something on his forearm here. I don't know how I feel about this yellow suit though. Very 70s.
Ooh, divorce. Didn't see that coming. Fortunately, businesses.
Right, so now we can see there's going to be new choices on computers. Like, for example, if you're the schemer, you can accidentally set on fire anything because this laptop looks like it has an option. And then you can also manage your small business through the laptops as well.
Are owned by the individual,
Okay, so there's a ton of options. For the small business, you can post fake endorsements. You can reply to customer feedback. You can sell the business. You can start mining Simo coin. You can transfer the business to someone else. It shows you something about competitors. You can actually buy a small business venue lot and you can stop bartering. So I'm assuming the symbols that the little birds next to them are the dreamer path for small businesses, and then the one with the little raccoon next to it are the schemer paths. So there's definitely 2 different paths you can take, but it looks like it doesn't stop you if you take one from taking the other. I wish it did. I wish it forced you to either be neutral, schemer, or dreamer. You shouldn't be able to double dip between the 2. I'm curious what it means about competitors. Can you sabotage your competitors or research your competitors? Like, what can you do with that?
regardless of their relationship status or who they live with. You can always transfer it to someone else, or if you need some funds to start a new venture, sell it. And they say money.
Is that a new dance? I don't know if that looks familiar. It looks like a new TV or something back here. Maybe, because that doesn't look familiar.
Can't buy you happiness. There's always room to learn more, teach others, and create something enduring that can be passed on.
Now, it's interesting. Lectures seem to be free. As long as you have an audience, you can lecture about different topics. But I think the classes have to be tied to a small business. Like you have to own a small business and offer classes. But he's offering a lecture on knitting, which is interesting because knitting is a hard one because a person has to have the knitting bag in their inventory. I thought to knit.
Lectures are a free way to learn or teach new skills at any time, as they don't require a business to operate. Classes, on the other hand, allow.
Okay, so see, the classes are a little bit different. Now, just looking at this lower right hand side again, we see that they're on the Dreamer path and they're mostly almost to the top of Dreamer, affecting their reputation, but they're a small business just starting out, only worth about $850. Looks like she's going to teach a class.
Businesses.
So you can start a class, employee led classes, you can hold a lecture or hold a lecture for. So lectures, I believe, are free, and it's just an option on the whiteboard, even if you don't have a small business. I think classes are just for small businesses.
To monetize a wide.
Now, there's a great variety. So obviously, they're focusing on pottery because that's one of the new skills coming out, but you can get classes on a ton of things: charisma, pottery, comedy, cooking, fishing, fitness, gardening, gourmet cooking. I'm assuming every skill is going to have an option, even cross-pack skills like romance. Maybe you get more if you have your sim has a higher level. Maybe she has higher charisma and pottery, so she can charge more. She has lower in these other categories, so she can charge less.
Range of skills while open. You'll have different goals to complete as an attempt.
Now, this is challenging. The reason why I say that is because we know the Sims don't always cooperate and follow directions. Sometimes things drop out of the queue, sometimes they get stuck. So if we only have 45 minutes to lecture, and I'm assuming 30 of that is mentorship, I don't know if you're going to have enough time to discuss pottery techniques and craft a ceramic object in 45 minutes.
Attendee or a host. And at the end of class, each attendee pays. Well, depending on how it went. Meaning instructors might not get paid if things don't go well. Yikes. Classes can get a bit wild, depending on the subject. But that's why mentors exist. Experts.
Not sure. I guess Vlad was teaching a vampire skill. Not 100% sure. But it looks like you can offer paid mentorship or free mentorship. So the free gourmet cooking or regular cooking doesn't have any dollar amount. But the paid one offers 516 simoleons an hour. So I'm assuming they probably maxed out their gourmet cooking and cooking skills.
Who aspire to be master mentors focus on building their skills and passing on their expertise.
Now, what's interesting is that if you offer it for free, you can teach it to anyone look probably teen and older, which is nice. If your sim is elderly and on their last leg, you don't want that knowledge to go to waste.
To others, with the help of a few perks they may have picked up along the way.
Now, the perks, I'm not sure what they mean. Are these mentoring perks or are these part of the business perks? It looks like they're doing this out of a home. That doesn't seem to be related to any business. So they refer to perks, but I'm assuming they're mentor perks or mastery perks. So one of the perks is being in the zone. So skill building is Jared's jam, and he can enter moments of serious focus where he doesn't have to worry about his motives.
Skill mastery perks let you build skills faster, make.
Now, skillful sleep. It says an experienced sim like Jared can build skills in his sleep, literally. Jared's projection can use most skill building objects while he rests. I'm not sure what that means.
Creations better and unlock other abilities.
Final touches. Jared's experience allows him to increase the quality of objects with just one touch.
These perks can be earned through the persistent use and practice.
And a secret spice. Jared's experience allows him to increase the quality of food and drink with just a dash of spice. I guess this is because he mastered the cooking and gourmet cooking skill.
Of skills you have mastered. The secret spice perk. Nice. Elder.
Okay. So it looks like hobbies. They're considering this hobbies. So we're going to look through it again because hobbies already exist in the socialization menu. And I guess when they say businesses and hobbies, they're just going to consolidate all this. So you can ask another sim about hobbies and skills, which we already can do. You can ask to show off tattoos, which is new to this pack. You can discuss local fishing spots, give cooking tips, share cooking secrets, show off muscles, talk about art, talk about cooking. But Mastery Perks is also a new menu in here.
Can also
So it looks like you can not only mentor someone in a skill, but you can also bestow one of the mastery skills to another person. So you can give them that perk. So you can bestow the final touch in the zone, secret spice, or skillful sleep to someone else.
bestow perks onto those younger than them. Use it wisely, kid. With a few skill mastery perks under your belt, picking up a new skill like tattooing is faster than ever. Even if your first few tattoos leave something to be desired, there are many ways to improve. Taking the time to advance your skill will unlock different stamps, stencils, designs, and the ability to do touch ups. Sentimental types might choose a tattoo in honor.
Okay, so this is different. We haven't seen the tattoo menu like this, so we can offer a tattoo, we can request a tattoo, we can practice tattooing, which who would ever let anyone practice? You can tend to the tattoo table, you can ask for mentoring, or you can hire a tattoo artist.
Of a loved one.
So if they want to have a dedication tattoo, he can dedicate a tattoo to his girlfriend, and you get to pick the design.
Oh, bud, no. Or have one removed. And switching gears here, great time to get a custom piece. The new tattoo paint mode works with features like layering, stamps, stencils, and unlocked presets as well.
It's really intricate.
Share your designs with others.
This is the first time we've seen the gallery since they talked about this coming. But we knew this was going to be pretty extensive. I think this is the bulk of the gameplay is tattooing and being able to be creative with, like they said, stencils, stamps, free form drawings, layering, all that kind of stuff. So as you see with the gallery now, it's going to be its own category. So right now it just says households, lots, rooms. But now you're going to be able to search by tattoos. So that's going to be its own category. I guess effective whenever the pre-pack patch comes out.
Or find something to inspire a new look. Whatever trait,
Now this is a new trait, Idealist.
aspirations, or
We got the Shady trait, which is still referring to this person with this big hat and the trench coat. We didn't see them in the trailer, so I'm not 100% sure what happened there. It's like, they're just not going to give us that information?
motivations you choose. You can explore a range of new styles from retro to contemporary.
Oh, the babes got something new. I like that sweater for the babies.
Truly express your aesthetic through your business or your passion. Wherever your interests lie, there's so much to learn and plenty of new opportunities to seize. Whether it's building your business or exploring your hobby, make a living doing what you love.
Okay, so the pack is pretty much what we thought it was. The first reveal trailer pretty much shows everything we needed to know. This one definitely filled in some gaps for sure, but it seems like this pack is going to be most successful if you already have other packs. If you want to take advantage of other skills, being able to mentor or teach classes or offer lectures, you need other packs. If you want to have different types of small businesses like cat cafes, knitting clubs, you're going to need other packs. If you want to have a big business, you're going to need other packs. So it's like, unfortunately, this one's going to require you to be really creative, and you're going to need other packs. If you were someone who only owned like the Sims 4 base game and this, you're probably going to be bored. All you're going to have the option to do is make base game businesses and then pottery and tattooing. So it's like I'm a little concerned that there wasn't more to see. Even for a 7-minute trailer, it was a lot of emphasis on other packs. Um, Let me know in the comments what you thought, but I feel like this pack is kind of light on content. It seems like the two biggest gimmicks here is the freeform tattoo, create a tattoo, whatever you want to call that menu, where now you can layer and stamp and stencil, and then having the multi-purpose lot system so that you can have both the business and a residential lot on the same lot. Other than that, I don't know what's unique to this pack. I mean, we had a lot of these hobbies already. We can already own businesses if you have Get to Work. There are so many small side hustle businesses that you can do in general. We've gotten sale tables and multiple expansion packs, including Home Chef Hustle, City Living, Eco Lifestyle. I mean, you can sell stuff on Plopsy if you have Nifty Knitting. You can sell stuff at Trendy if you have high school. I mean, we have so many ways to make money in The Sims 4 that this is not really a big deal. If we didn't have other hobbies and businesses, I don't know if I'd be dying to get pottery or tattooing. I don't consider tattooing a hobby. I guess having tattoos could be considered a hobby, somebody who likes to get their tattoos done. But I don't consider doing tattoos a hobby. So I'm not really sure what the gameplay is other than you need other packs. And then maybe the daycare, that was really interesting. I know people have been asking about daycares in The Sims 4 for a long time. I would need to see someone do it successfully. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. I was a little disappointed even with the 7-minute trailer.